Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 8:47 a.m. Central Standard Time, Saturday, March 20th, 2021, first day of spring. Happy spring day, everyone. Happy spring day. Springtime, officially springtime. I don't know why. Black Panther shirt. I'm not a racist. It's because I have on my Black Panther shirt. The Black Panthers were for self-defense. We're not a racialized group. They did not hate white people or non-black people. They believed in liberation for black people as well as liberation for other people. Liberation for blacks as well as liberation for non-blacks. I did a video yesterday speaking about the falsehood or the BS, the propaganda that is being spewed on social media networks. The so-called quote-unquote anti-Asian campaign that is supposedly being conducted by black Americans, by the black community, which is bullshit. Black folks, we don't hate Asians. We are some of the biggest supporters of Asian businesses. We frequent Chinese restaurants. We love martial arts movies. We patronize their stores, their restaurants. I mean, we finance Asian businesses to the point of our own demise. They move into our communities and they set up shop, and we patronize them, we support them, But now they have the audacity to turn their backs on us and treat us like shit, but they try to say we're the ones that treating them like shit. No, they treat us like shit. We don't treat Asian people like shit. You got white people out here killing Asians and beating up Asians and calling the coronavirus the China flu. We haven't started that shit. That ain't us. Let me get out of here. I'm running late. And again, moving here. But yeah, we're not responsible for the recent deaths of Asians at the hands of white people. It's a matter of time for them to start blaming us for that. Like that young man that killed those 6 Asians down in Atlanta, or down in Georgia. I forget it was in Atlanta, what, down there in Georgia. And the police down there, the chief, was basically making excuses for dude, like, oh, he was having a bad day, quote unquote, a bad day. Oh man, every time these white vigilantes or white racists, white terrorists go and engage in some type of rampage, they make excuses for them. Oh, they were having a bad day, quote unquote, a bad day, or that person was depressed, or that person has PTSD, or post-traumatic stress disorder. They make up all type of excuses for these perpetrators, when they're white. And they rarely flash their damn pictures all across the damn screen, constantly. They do it probably, if they do flash their pictures on the screen, it's done in a very in a very short manner, or it's not, they don't do it constantly. They do it for a certain period of time, and then that's it. But hey, this is America. So I don't understand why the Asian community is really coming after us, and when we've always been their biggest contributors, on so many levels, man, economically, socially, politically. I mean, we've looked at them or considered them as like our brothers and our sisters, man. They moved to our communities when white folks didn't want them in their communities. White people didn't want Asians moving in their community. Just like they didn't want blacks moving in their community. They didn't want us moving into their communities. And they damn sure didn't want the Asians. But they have started to accept the Asians more than they've started accepting us. They still haven't really accepted us. White society still haven't really accepted black society. But they accept Asian society, even Hispanic society to a degree, even Arab society to a degree. We are we've treated the worst. We are the most degraded, most feared, most watched, most policed group of people in this country, the black community. We are constantly being watched, constantly being harassed, constantly being targeted on so many levels. You know? It's systematically, killing black people all across this country. And there have been incidences where Asians have targeted black people too, killed black people. And we are considered the racists. We're considered a terrorist. I mean, granted, there are a few, isolated incidents where, there's, disagreement or fights between some Asians and some blacks. And maybe some blacks, some of those times, there are times when, some blacks have maybe started these fights, but Asians have started fights with blacks as well. But they never want to look at when, the times they've basically targeted us or came after us. They don't want to talk about that. They only want to talk about the few isolated incidents when black people have, probably kicked an Asian's ass. And sometimes it probably was justifiable. Because if you do something to my sister or my daughter or somebody in my family, they came to your store spending their money with you, and there was a disagreement and you put your hands on them, it's a problem. We've seen case after case after case, video after video after video, whereas Asian men have basically, grown-ass Asian men have beaten up black women. And they were confronted by some brothers. Yes, we have to protect our women. They put their hands on our women, they're going to get that smoke. They're going to get that heat. They wouldn't allow us to put our hands on their women, so shit. You put your hand on our women, our children, you're going to get that smoke. You're going to get that heat. Or any of our brothers, too. They like to come in groups and jump black people. Asians do it. They love to jump black people in groups, especially whites. Whites really love to do that. That's some coward shit. But yeah, I don't understand this so-called anti-Asian sentiment. It's just propaganda. The black community as a whole, we don't hate Asian people. Like I say, there may be a few here and there, that that despise Asians. But I guarantee you there are more Asians out there that hate blacks than there are blacks that hate Asians. I guarantee that shit. Because a lot of Asians, they think they are white. They have adopted this mentality. They side with white people all the time. And we patronize black people. We support them more than white folks in terms of spending our personal money. We frequent their restaurants and all that, their stores, more than white people. Because most of their stores and restaurants are in our communities. So hey, it is what it is, man. So I'm going to end this video. You guys have a beautiful spring day, first day of spring. Have a beautiful weekend. See you guys next time. Peace.